Hello, my dear students. This week, our plan is to discuss additional examples on mole concept, which is very important. This mole concept will come up to 12th class. So, in the 9th class, he has kept basic idea on mole concept and simple numerical on mole concept. So, let us continue our journey on discussion on problems on mole concept. In our previous session, we were discussing Dalton's atomic theory and some numericals and the examples. And today we discuss additional examples where in the reaction how the mole concept is made use. Okay, so I welcome you all for today's session on additional examples, especially on the mole concept under the chapter atoms and molecules. Okay, right. See, this is the diagram. 1 mole of tomatoes, 1 mole of cabbage, 1 mole of blueberries, 1 mole of bananas, 1 mole of potatoes, 1 mole of clementes. All these samples contain 1 mole only. So when they contain 1 mole, naturally they should have same number 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Maybe tomatoes or the cabbage. Maybe the size differs. See, the cabbage size is bigger. Okay, tomato size is smaller. But whether it is small or bigger, mass may vary. But 1 mole means it is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. It is sure. It is Avogadro's concept. Okay. So 1 mole of any substance, nothing but 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 particles of that substance. And this condition holds good when you take molar mass of atoms or molecules. Clear? Okay. This diagram. Do you think there is enough moles in this world to make up one whole mole? I think you need to come off those bananas. What you want to convey here? You want to convey in chemistry, mole is one unit we use to measure the amount of substance. So like that, in the complete universe, how many moles are there in terms of mole? If you define some 10 moles, 20 moles, lakhs of moles, or millions of moles, so everything is measured in terms of what? In terms of mole. So how we use some units in physics and the mathematics, meter, centimeter, gram, like that. For chemicals to measure, to carry out the reactions, we use the word mole, which tells it is the SI unit of amount of a substance, especially chemicals. Okay, right. Now, with this introduction, we start problems on mole concept. Example number 1. If 1 mole of carbon atom weighs 12 grams, what is the mass of one atom of carbon? Exactly. See, 12 gram means what? It is the mass of molar mass of carbon. So 12 gram means 1 mole. 1 mole means how many particles of carbon? It is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. That means 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms weighs 12 gram. Only one carbon atom weighs how much? So by simple mathematics, you calculate the answer is 1.99 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram, which is very, very small. Next example. Which has more number of atoms? 100 grams of sodium or 100 grams of iron? So here he has given two samples. Both contains 100 grams only. Mass is same. When the mass is same, can we expect same number? No, definitely no. Okay. Sodium mass differs and the iron mass differs. So but he has given 100 grams. Okay. Mass is the same. So for 100 grams, how many particles are there that you have to calculate? So you have to calculate number of particles in both the samples. Then we can tell which sample has more number. Okay, right. For this we require the knowledge of molar mass of sodium and the molar mass of iron, which is given in the question itself. Okay. If it is not given, kindly demand the table in the form of logarithmic table. It will be supplied in the examination. Okay, right. So atomic mass of sodium equal to 23 and atomic mass of iron equal to 56. Now 23 gram of any atoms means these many particles. Okay, then 1 gram means how much? This much by 23. Okay, so 100 gram of Na contains this many atoms into this by this. Okay, so this is the what number of atoms present in the 100 gram of sodium sample, right? Are you am I making myself clear? 23 gram means 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of sodium in 100 gram. How much? Okay, that is the calculation here. So after the simplification, the answer is 2.6182 into 10 to the power 24 atoms. Now to calculate the number present in the 100 gram of sodium, same formula, same method you apply. What you will get? You will get 1.075 into 10 to the power 24 atoms. Now we compare. In 100 gram of sodium, these many particles, and in the 100 gram of iron, these many particles. Okay, which has got more number? It is the sodium. Why? Because sodium is lighter than the iron. Iron is heavy. Okay, mass is same because uh, iron is heavier. So 100 grams of iron means they contain less number of atoms. That is proved here, 1.075 into 10 to the power 24 atoms. Okay, so out of the two samples, it is a sodium sample has got more number of particles. Next example, a 0.24 gram sample of compound of oxygen and boron was found by analysis excuse me, to contain 0.096 gram of boron and 0.144 gram of oxygen. Calculate the percentage composition of the compound by weight. Yeah, exactly. Okay, it is the compound of oxygen and the boron. Okay, right. Now, what is the mass of the sample? 0.24, correct? And in that, what is the mass of boron? 0.096 gram. And of oxygen, 0.144 gram. Okay, now let us calculate percentage composition, right? 0.24 gram sample of compound contains 0.096 gram of what? Boron. Then for 100, how much? Okay, how you calculate your percentage of marks, you know? For 600, mine is 596. For 100, how much? That means you have scored 97% like that. So 0.24 gram sample contains 0.096 gram of boron. For 100, how much? That gives you 40% of boron. And out we have only two elements in the compound. So out of 100, one is known, other one is 100 minus that one. So 100 minus 40 equals 60%. When 3 gram of carbon is burnt in 8 gram of oxygen, 11 gram of carbon dioxide is produced. What mass of carbon dioxide will be formed when 3 gram of carbon is burnt in 50 gram of oxygen? Which law of chemical combination will govern your answer? Okay, right. So carbon C plus oxygen O2 gives CO2. This is the chemical equation, simple chemical equation, right? 11 gram of carbon dioxide is formed when 3 gram of carbon and 8 gram of oxygen is burnt, right? That means carbon and oxygen are combined in the ratio 3:8 to give carbon dioxide using the above data. Okay, right. For 3 gram of carbon and 50 gram of oxygen, 8 gram of oxygen is used and 11 gram of carbon is formed. Okay, so left oxygen is what? Unused is 50 minus 8, that is equal to 42 gram is unused. So this depicts the law of definite proportion. Please, every molecule, every compound has got a constant composition. So that law he want to convey here, and that law he is conveying by this example. Okay, right. What are polyatomic ions? This I told in a normal discussion. Okay, if any ion has got more than 2, that is taken under the category polyatomic ions. Okay, so there are many examples for polyatomic ion. Okay, sulfate ion and phosphate ion. So like that, carbonate ion and the phosphorus ion, phosphoric ion, all those ions are comes under the polyatomic ion because they contain more than one atom in their ionic structure. Write the chemical formula of the following, which is very easy. Already I told. So please go for crisscross method and work out. Give the names of elements present in the following compounds: quicklime, CaO, calcium and the oxygen, hydrogen bromide, H and the Br, hydrogen and the bromine, baking powder, NaHCO3. One is sodium, other one is hydrogen, then carbon, then other one is oxygen. Potassium sulfate, K2SO4. There are three different kinds of elements. One is potassium, the other one is sulfur, and the last one is oxygen. Simply by looking to the formula, you will come to know how many different kinds of atoms are there in what ratio. Calculate the molar mass of the following substances. Okay, right, molar mass. And for the molar mass, what we require? Atomic mass. So atomic mass is, if it is not given, I told you to refer the table and calculate. This you take it as a homework, which is very easy. This type of example already I have done in the previous session. What is the mass of 1 mole of nitrogen atoms? Okay, nitrogen atom is what? It is only N. If it is nitrogen molecule, you take it as a N2, because nitrogen occurs in the molecular form. Nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, chlorine, bromine. So they occur in molecular form. But he has given in the equation what is one mole of nitrogen atom, means it is N only. So if you know the molar mass of N atom, that is the 1 mole. So from the table it is N equal to 14. So 14 gram means 1 mole of nitrogen atoms. So mass of 1 mole of nitrogen atom means it is 14 gram. What is the mass of 4 moles of aluminum atoms? Same like this only. For 1 mole, what is the mass? For 4 mole, very simple. So you please calculate. And 10 moles of sodium sulfide. Calculate the mass of 1. Okay, that is 1 mole. Multiply by 10, you will get for 10 moles. And already has given the formula, so no need to worry. If formula is not given, use the knowledge of crisscross method and go for formula. Then you go for calculation of the molar mass for 1 mole. For 10 moles multiply. So 2-3 extra steps you have to do. Convert into mole. Okay. Earlier we convert into the mass. Now we are converting into the mole. Mass is given. You have to convert into mole. 12 gram of oxygen gas. Oxygen gas occurs as O2. What is the mass of O2? One O equal to 16. Okay. Other O equal to 16, totally 32. Right. So 32 means 1 mole. 12 means how much mole? Okay. Calculate. The mass of water 2H, 2 gram, 1 O, 16, total 18. 18 gram means 1 mole. 20 gram means how much mole? In the same way, carbon dioxide, CO2, 1C, 1C equal to 12. Okay. Then 2O equal to 32. So 12 plus 32, it is 44. So mass of 1 mole of carbon dioxide equal to 44 gram. So 44 gram means 1 mole. 22 gram means how many mole? It's half mole only. Okay. So all this is given here. Kindly go through. What is the mass of 0.2 mole of oxygen atom? Same method. Okay. Work out please. Calculate the number of molecules of sulfur present in 16 gram of solid sulfur. How many sulfur molecules are there in the 16 gram of solid sulfur sample? Okay. Sulfur occurs in the S8 form, right? Because we have studied under the atomicity chapter. There are some 9 to 10 elements which they occur as a molecules of an element. Okay, in that sulfur is an example which occurs as S8 in S8 form. Okay, so 1S equal to how much? Then for 8S, so it is 8 into 32. So 256 gram is the mass of S8, 1S8. Okay, right. That means 256 gram is 1S8. Now in 16 gram, how much is there? Or 256 gram of S8 means 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 S8 particles. In 16 gram of the sample, how many particles are there? Very simple. Okay. So please calculate, and ultimately at the end, after the simplification, the answer is 3.763 into 10 to the power 22 molecules. This is calculate the number of aluminum ions present in 0.051 gram of aluminum oxide. This is aluminum ions in 0.051 gram of aluminum oxide. Aluminum oxide is Al2O3. Okay. So in Al2O3, how many Al are there? 2 moles of Al, because formula says Al2O3. So 2 Al and 3 O. So in Al2O3, please listen carefully. In Al2O3, 2 moles of aluminum and 3 moles of oxygen. When aluminum oxide splits or breaks or decomposes or dissociates, that time it converts the water into ions respective water their constituent ions. Okay, so when aluminum oxide dissociates, it dissociates into 2 moles of aluminum ions and the 3 moles of oxygen ions. Okay, so first we calculate the molar mass of aluminum oxide. In that 2 moles of aluminum is there. Now in this sample, how many aluminum ions are there? That we calculate, and the answer is what? 6.022 into 10 to the power 20 aluminum ions which are there in the 0.051 gram of aluminum oxide. So whatever remaining examples are there, kindly go through. Okay, please practice. So any doubt we will discuss further, or I think this is enough. Practice is done on the mole concept more than the 9th class. So with this, we will conclude our today's session on additional examples on the mole concept. In the remaining session, forthcoming session, we go for some different chapters. Okay. Till then, have a nice time and bye.